Mikal Bridges has been traded to the New York Knicks for a plethora of picks and Bojan Bogdanovic. This is absolutely insane. I can't even stress it enough because the Knicks are now, I would put them up there as championship favorites. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down all the details of this trade and how league changing this is. And it literally just happened. Like, I'm recording this, it happened 2 minutes ago. So, you know what? Let's just get right into it. First things first, let's look at the Nets side of this because the Nets actually have it more interesting than we think. They get five first round picks, including 4 of them being unprotected and 1 of them being a protected first from the Bucks. Now, this fully swings them into a rebuild mode once again. But 5 picks is pretty crazy. Now, I think that their next move is probably to trade Claxton, and once they have that stockpile of picks, I mean, honestly, they're starting to look like the next Thunder with how many picks they have from KD, Kyrie, James Harden, and all of those trades. It's honestly looking better than ever, and you can expect this team to continue to be active because they have some very good players on this roster who definitely don't want to stay. I think that's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the offseason plays out for them, but oh my god, the New York Knicks. It's insane. I'm so happy for Knicks fans. I mean, obviously, you just gave up a lot of picks. Like an absurd amount of picks. You're going to be in pick debt for the next, like, I don't know how many years for your franchise. However, you just got Mikal Bridges. In every single mock trade that I've ever seen, Julius Randle was involved in one of these deals. It was Julius Randle for Mikal Bridges in a first or something. But no, they didn't even have to give up Julius Randle. They literally gave up Bojan Bogdanovic, who was pretty terrible for them this season. And I mean pretty terrible. I mean, I'm pretty sure he averaged like 30% shooting from the three-point line in the playoffs. So, honestly, this Knicks roster looks insane. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, hopefully they can re-sign OG, but honestly, that might not happen anymore considering, that's actually tough now that I think about it, but we'll move past OG. Next you have Josh Hart, you just have so many players in this team, you have Dante DiVincenzo, the team is stacked. It, on paper, is now, I would say, the second best team in the league after the Celtics. And if they get OG back, it's honestly, it might just be number 1. And that's crazy to say considering that they didn't make it past the second round. But we do have to remember that the reason they didn't make it this year is injuries. And now that they add another player who can score, injuries aren't going to be that big of a problem anymore. I think another interesting thing with this trade is the fact that Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges have obviously been friends for a very long time. They all went to the same college and they played together. And frankly, it seems like this was in talks for a while. At the very same time, 5 picks in a swap is an insane haul. Like, oh geez, 5 picks. Just think about that. Let's just say they go year by year. You've got 2024 this year, so they have another top 20 pick in the draft. You have next year, you have 2026, 2027, and 2028. And that's just from the Knicks. The Nets still have some of their own picks, some Rockets picks, and frankly, just so many picks. But I have seen some things that does make me a bit worried about this trade. Because now their team is just consisting of mainly forwards and guards. In fact, the only center that they still have right now is Mitchell Robinson because they haven't re-signed iHeart yet. That's a bit of a problem, and especially considering this new big contract, it is a pretty big problem. But at the same time, I think that this team is gonna run the NBA, definitely in the regular season. I don't know what happens when it comes to the offs, but regular season, this team is going to be lethal, especially if they can make maybe one more move to get a center on this roster. Honestly, at this point, there are some people that are expendable. You might want to get a pick back in a potential trade. Obviously, I'm still going to be looking at Julius Randle as a likely target to be traded. Even though this team is so insanely stacked now, it's definitely possible that it happens. But okay, I just want to stress one more time how great this Nets rebuild is going to be. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be one of the best rebuilds that we have ever seen. Because 5 picks from one player, talk about the fleece of a lifetime. I mean, that's so much assets to be given to a guy that didn't even make an all-star team this season. I mean, he's definitely proven that he can't be the first, second, or third option on a team, but maybe third option. But now he doesn't even have to be. He's behind Jalen Brunson. He's behind Julius Randle. He's potentially behind all the other great role players that the Knicks have. It's kind of crazy. Villanova boys are back, and holy crap. Oh man, I cannot believe. I mean, I'm recording this in the heat of the moment. Obviously gonna have some thoughts after this, but oh, look, new info has just come out. Nets are also trading a 2025 Suns pick swap, 2027 Suns first rounder, and a first rounder and swap in 2029 to the Houston Rockets to get 2 of their own picks back. So basically, this means that they're going to be tanking for the long foreseeable future. Now, for some NBA player reactions to end this video, you had Jalen Brunson just right. OMG. This is absolutely crazy. And that's valid. I mean, if I was him, I would be so happy right now because the Nova Knicks are finally a thing. Oh, it's just crazy. Yeah, that is not the Woj bomb that I was Josh Hart says, "Yo, Mikal Bridges finally hit my line." Yeah, that's not what I was expecting on a Tuesday evening, but yeah. Wow. That's kind of crazy. That's insanely nuts. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and good luck, New York.